She was rich on Instagram. Designer clothes. Luxury locations. Soft life every day. But this picture you're seeing now was borrowed. This smile was forced. And this life. Abuja was about to expose her biggest lie. This is not just a story, it is a mirror. Adeola lived in Abuja, the city of sharp contrast. One side was all glass buildings, smooth roads, cafes where people typed on laptops and ordered coffee in foreign accents. The other side was the quiet streets, shared rooms, generator noise, and dreams that waited patiently for their turn. Adeola was born into the second side. She grew up in a small two-bedroom apartment in Kubwa. Her father died when she was still young, and her mother sold food to keep the house running. From an early age, Adeola learned one thing clearly. If you don't look successful, nobody will listen to you. And Adeola wanted people to listen. She was beautiful, brown skin glowing like fresh palm oil under sunlight. Her eyes were sharp, her smile convincing. She knew how to dress well even when money was scarce. Ankara fitted her body like it was sewn with prayers. But beauty alone did not satisfy Adeola. She wanted admiration. She wanted attention. She wanted to be seen. It started small. One picture. Then another. Adeola would borrow clothes from friends, pose near fine buildings, and caption the photos with confidence. Grateful for life. Soft life only. Abuja living. At first, nobody took her seriously. But social media is funny like that. Once people start believing, belief spreads faster than truth. Likes increased. Comments followed. People she had never met started calling her boss babe. And Adeola. She liked it. Chai, she liked it too much. Adeola began to plan her life around pictures, not reality. She would wake up thinking, what can I post today? Not, what can I improve today? She saved money not to invest, but to rent. Rent clothes. Rent cars. Rent locations. She would stand in front of expensive hotels she had never entered, snap pictures quickly before security asked questions, and leave. Her captions grew bolder. Hard work pays. God is faithful. But I beg. What hard work? What's faithfulness? Inside her heart, a small voice whispered, Adeola, this is not real. But she silenced it with notifications. Her mother noticed the change. Adeola, she asked one night, stirring soup on the stove, where is all this money coming from? Adeola laughed. Mommy, social media money is big money now. Her mother frowned. My daughter, I beg, no let social media deceive you. Life is more than pictures. But Adeola smiled and hugged her. Mommy, relax. I know what I'm doing. She didn't. By day, Adeola was an influencer. By night, she was a girl counting transport fare. Her phone was always charged. Her room was always quiet. Her bank account was always empty. She couldn't rest without checking her phone. She couldn't sleep without posting. Validation became her oxygen. And slowly, peace left her body. One evening, Adeola was invited to a luxury influencer hangout in Metoma. Free drinks. Free food. Networking. But there was one problem. Everybody there was real. Real money. Real lifestyles. As Adeola entered, heads turned. Isn't that Adeola from Instagram? She smiled, but inside she was shaking. Someone asked casually. So where do you stay in Abuja? Her mouth opened and paused. The lie almost failed. She laughed and diverted the question. That night, she went home feeling small. But instead of stopping, she posted more. Adeola started lying bigger. She began to hint at brand deals she didn't have. She claimed trips she never took. She edited pictures heavily. Followers doubled. Pressure tripled. Every lie needed another lie to support it. And time. Time was watching quietly. Some nights, Adeola would sit on her bed, phone glowing in her hands, and whisper, "What if they find out?" But the fear of losing attention was greater than the fear of losing herself. So she pressed post again. Adeola did not know that one picture, just one, would start the downfall. A picture that would expose everything. A picture that would turn admiration into mockery. And Abuja was watching. Adeola had built a life online that people admired. But behind the filters, behind the smiles, behind the captions, was fear. Fear of exposure. Fear of becoming invisible again. Fear of being ordinary. And then, one picture appeared. It was a simple picture. Not glamorous. Not edited. Not planned. A friend posted it. Adeola didn't even see it at first. She was busy preparing another soft life post, borrowed heels on tired feet, borrowed bag on an empty stomach. Her phone buzzed. One notification. Then another. Then many. Comments. Mentions. Messages. At first, she smiled. Engagement, she thought. But as she opened her phone, her heart dropped. The picture showed Adeola standing at a bus stop in Abuja. No makeup. No filter. Simple Ankara skirt and old slippers. A nylon bag by her side. The caption read, "Abuja reality versus Instagram life." Same person. Chai. Adeola froze. Her fingers trembled as she refreshed the page. The comments were ruthless. Is this not the same girl that said she lives in Metama? Fake it till you break it. Social media is a scam. Siwala. Her chest tightened. Her ears rang. This was not how she planned it. Adeola didn't post that day. For the first time in months, her page was quiet. But silence online is loud. Followers started digging. Screenshots surfaced. Old posts were compared. Every lie she told now stood naked. And Abuja was watching. Her mother found out from a neighbor. "Auntie, is this not your daughter?" the woman asked, phone in hand. Her mother stared at the screen. She didn't shout. She didn't cry. She just sighed. That deep sigh of a parent who knew, but hoped she was wrong. When Adeola returned home that evening, her mother said quietly, "My daughter, come and sit." Adeola sat. "Why didn't you tell me you were suffering?" Tears fell. For the first time, Adeola cried without a filter. Sleep left Adeola. Every notification felt like a slap. Brands unfollowed. Friends distanced themselves. People who once praised her now mocked her. She stopped going out. She stopped dressing up. She stared at her phone, scrolling through hate comments like punishment. And inside her mind, a voice repeated, "You did this to yourself." After weeks of silence, Adeola tried to explain. She posted a long note. About pressure. About expectations. About trying to survive. But the internet is not patient. Some understood. Many didn't. "You're only sorry because you got caught. Go and rest." Her followers dropped like dry leaves. Adeola started walking alone at night. Abuja looked different now. The same streets that once felt like opportunity now felt cold. She passed cafes she once posed outside. Nobody noticed her. And for the first time, she felt invisible. One night, Adeola stood in front of her mirror. No wig. No lashes. No ring light. Just her. She asked softly, "Who am I without likes?" The mirror didn't answer. One Sunday morning, Adeola followed her mother to church. She sat at the back. The preacher spoke about truth. About building on sand. Adeola cried quietly. For the first time, she prayed not for fame, but for peace. Adeola thought the worst was over. She was wrong. Because humiliation is not always loud. Sometimes it waits. And when it returns deeper. Adeola woke up one morning and did not reach for her phone. That alone shocked her. For years, the first thing she touched after opening her eyes was her screen, likes, comments, validation. But that morning, the phone lay quietly beside her pillow, dark and silent. Outside, Abuja was already awake. Buses honked impatiently. A woman called her child. Generators hummed softly. Life was moving on. Adeola sat up slowly. For the first time in a long while, her mind felt quiet. And she asked herself a question she had been avoiding. What if I stop pretending completely? Adeola began with small things. She cleaned her room. Washed clothes she had ignored for weeks. Deleted old draft posts filled with fake confidence. She unfollowed accounts that made her feel small. Muted gossip pages that once fed on her downfall. Each action felt like removing a heavy load from her chest. It wasn't easy. But it was freeing. One evening, Adeola sat beside her mother on the veranda. The Abuja sunset painted the sky orange and gold. "Mommy," Adeola said quietly, "I'm tired." Her mother looked at her for a long moment, then smiled gently. "I know." Adeola's voice shook. "I don't want that life again. The pressure. The pretending." Her mother held her hand. "My daughter, peace is better than packaging." Those words stayed with Adeola. Adeola began searching for work. Not influencing. Not brand deals. Real work. She found a small shop that sold African fabrics and Ankara. The owner studied her carefully. "You fit work?" the woman asked. Adeola nodded. "I will learn." The work was humbling. Standing all day. Sweeping floors. Folding clothes neatly. At night, her legs ached. But her heart slept peacefully. Slowly, Adeola changed. She laughed more sincerely. Spoke less dramatically. Listened more. She still loved fashion and beauty. But now, it wasn't about impressing strangers. It was about self-respect. Months later, Adeola picked up her phone again. Her followers were few now. Quiet. Real. She posted one picture. Simple Ankara dress. No makeup. Standing in front of the shop she worked in. The caption read, "This is me. No filters. No lies. Just growth." She pressed post. The comments came slowly. But they were different. "This takes courage. This is real influence. Thank you for being honest." Adeola smiled. Not because of numbers. But because of truth. One afternoon in Wus, Adeola noticed a young girl posing endlessly outside a cafe. Borrowed bag. Forced smile. Hungry eyes. Adeola saw herself. She walked up gently. "My sister, you're enough without all this stress." The girl replied, "Social media is everything." Adeola smiled softly. "I thought so too." They talked, not as influencer and follower, but as survivor and learner. Adeola saved money. Helped her mother expand her food business. Took evening fashion classes. Her page grew again, slowly. This time, people listened. Not because she looked rich. But because she was real. One day, a blog shared Adeola's story again. Not as mockery. But as a lesson. The caption read, "She faked a life once, but chose truth when it mattered." Adeola closed her phone and smiled. One quiet night, Odeola stood under the Abuja sky. The city lights shimmered softly. She whispered, "Thank you for breaking me. Because without the fall, there would be no growth." My people, social media can give you attention, but it cannot give you peace. If you borrow a life online, you will repay it in real life with interest. Abeg, don't rush validation. Don't trade your truth for trends. Because when data finishes and cameras turn off, character is what remains. If this story touched you, like this video, share it with someone chasing fake perfection. Drop your thoughts in the comments, we want to hear you. And abeg, subscribe for more African stories that speak truth, heal hearts, and open eyes. Because real life, no get filter, this is not just a story. It is a mirror. Until the next truth is told, bye.